feeling, playing those minutes and contributing the way that you did, working your way back in the early part of the season, like how great was that for you?
I mean, it felt really good, Obviously, I was working my way back from injury, and my teammates had my back the whole time, so that made me feel good.
You described Philly game 1 to Philly game 6.
Man, a whole different person. Philly, and we knew she was going to come back. I mean, sometimes it would take Philly a little time, but she was going to show up when we need her, and we needed her tonight, and she showed up big.
You kind of let out a roar on one of the end ones. Are you the emotions of this moment? Or are you feeling them more just as the season has started to progress?
Yes, it was great. Whenever I show that much emotions, it means want to get my teammates going, and they know what time it is. So yeah,
that's right.
How has this tested your patience? Because obviously you want to be out there, you're able to play a little bit, but to kind of be on a minutes restriction, obviously this must have felt good. But how did that kind of handle that?
I wouldn't say it really bugged me that much because I knew my teammates were going to step up, especially Amina and Lexi. They showed up and played big whenever, we needed them to. So I was very happy, and that made me want to fight harder.
Peyton, obviously, Philly provides points, rebounds, but what else on the floor that maybe people can't see does Philly give this team?
I mean, presence. Her presence under the basket. We talked a lot about just walling up and not, necessarily having to block shots, but just her presence down there altering shots. I mean, I know in practice when I see her, I get a little scared sometimes. So. Yeah, I would say that's a big one for us, just her presence and knowing that, if we don't always do our job, that she's going to be down there helping us out.
Coach was talking about, given their defensive activity in the first quarter, you guys made some adjustments, started attacking the middle of the floor a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Given that, but also just how tightly officiated it was, it seemed like a hard game to establish rhythm. Just talk about the job you did, maybe kind of keeping your composure, dealing with maybe some conditions you might not have anticipated, having to kind of adjust on the fly.
Yeah, great question. I think you can't go into a game expecting how the refs are gonna call it or how the other team's gonna play or the scout. And so I think this is really a game of just adapting every quarter, especially at halftime. You come in, you might have thought you had one game plan, and you got to change some things, and that's how it goes. That's why you get 4 quarters, and that's why you get a halftime. So we just had to make those adjustments and be disciplined. There were some times where we didn't always adjust, and we did try to block, and they would get and ones, or we were able to draw some charges on those quick whistles. So just adjusting and adapting to how it's going to be called, and if they're going to call it tight, then that's kind of out of our control.
Peyton, what are some things this game maybe taught you about this group? What are you taking away from it?
I think this game, but I think the rest of our games is we got fight. We're not just gonna lay down for anybody. We don't care who we're playing, and so I know that 1 through 15 is gonna be ready to come in and make an impact, and it shows every game. Whenever we might have a lull, there are people on our bench that are gonna come in and revamp that intensity. Whoever it may be. Today we had, obviously Philly did that, but Nani came in, Elisa came in. Lex came in, just everyone doing their job and showing up for each other.
Philly, you were on the floor when Mevius hit the shot against Baylor, and she did it again, hit another big shot. What does it say about her that she's not taking a bunch of shots, but when she does, she makes them count at the end of the game?
I mean, I think she knows her role. She's not one to take all the shots, but she helps out on defense, and when it's time to make the shot, she will make it.
When did you know you were getting back into the starting lineup, and did starting the game out on the floor sort of help you find your rhythm earlier than waiting on the bench for a little bit?
I kind of found out this morning before shoot around. I wasn't expecting it, but I was very happy to be on the court today.
What does it say about the coaching staff as well as your teammates for trusting you to be able to bring yourself even when you are still not feeling 100% yet?
I would say it starts at practice. Obviously, they're watching practice. They know how I'm feeling. They know how I'm moving. So, I think they saw that and they thought I was ready to go.
Probably sort of a silly question, but how do you feel physically after the most minutes you've played so far?
I feel good. I feel good right now. I'm not really feeling nothing right now, but we'll see later today.
Adrenaline's still going.
Yeah.
It seemed like more pick and roll actions with Peyton and with Deja as compared obviously with last year, but how do you feel in those sort of situations with two talented scoring guards to play it?
I mean, it's my job, screen and roll. I know they always get at me whenever I don't roll because, whenever I roll, it like makes them open and they have a way to the basket. So, take my job very personal.
Do you want to pop and try to hit like a midi?
I think I'm good with rolling for now.